They say that when you're having fun, time flies by like the wink of an eye. We still have a little over 20 minutes before we close the Capitol Forum for this week. The last session of the day will be Chit Chat with Manoj. It is amazing just how many of you actually love and like this segment. Let me tell you, you're not the only one. Chit Chat with Manoj is typically hosted by Mr. Manoj Singh, CEO of Caesar Productions. Today, Mr. Singh is going to look into comparing retired life in India versus the USA. His honored guests are the retired Colonel Sajjan Kamal and Professor Sirisha Kolluru. Let's look, listen, and see if we can get some tips on retirement.
Welcome to Chit Chat. I'm Manoj Singh. Hello, Adab, Namaste. Today we are going to talk about an important topic, especially for the first generation Indians or South Asians. Retired life in India or US. At some point in our life, there's a dilemma which we all have to deal with, is do our parents continue to live in India or they come here to US and live with us? It becomes more important because during the time when they're medically unfit or physically restricted, then it becomes more important for us to make this decision. So joining me for this discussion today on my left is retired Colonel Sajjan Kamal, my father-in-law, and on my right, Sirisha Kolluru. She is actually a professor in Montgomery College, and she teaches mathematics. Welcome to both of you. So first question to Colonel Kamal, why did you decide to move to US?
I retired from Army in 1976 and we settled down in Sainik Farm, New Delhi. Our life in Sainik Farm was very happy, very productive and very comfortable. We have 3 children, 2 sons and a daughter. Our 2 sons, one became marine engineer, the other became doctor, and for better prospects they moved to America in 1983. We came to America on a visit in 1984. After that, almost every year we were coming here, and there were discussion, debate between us that should we stay permanently in India or move here. As I said, we have a lot of friends and relatives in Delhi, and we were very happy, very good life we had. So difficult to decide. But whenever we came here, children pressed us to decide and come here. Once my younger son, Gagandeep, is a doctor, he told me, Papa, you decide this way or other. If you come here, you will be part of the growing up of your children. The whole family will be happy, you will be happy. So I took that the very thing as a decision making. I said, okay, we'll come. We've sold up everything. We had good property in India. We sold up all the property and moved to India in 1992. Before that, my daughter, Geeta, sons had to come, but she also followed them in 1990. So all children had to come. We have 6 grandchildren. They are here. So we took a decision, very difficult decision, to sell everything and come here.
Good.
1992 we came here.
Nice. So I know, Sirisha, that your parents and your husband's parents are still in India.
Yes.
They visit you often, but they still can't decide whether to continue to live there or sometime in their life they might more like to move with you and Vikram. So please tell us what thoughts are going through and what kind of what will make them decide either here or there.
My father and mother visited us 3 times in the past 4 years. And every time they usually stay here for the entire maximum of 6 months. Mm-hmm. The first 2 months are good. We take them places and I take leave off from work. They have great time with the grandkids. And once after the 2 months, I go back to work. My husband goes back to work. Kids are in daycare. All day they're home. They're bored. They feel like they've lost their freedom. Even for simple things like, even going to grocery to get something for themselves, they have to depend on us for even a simple car ride, going out. They do have a lot of emotional ties and commitments back in the country. My mother has a very big family. She has 7 brothers living in her hometown. My dad's brothers and pretty much all of the people their generation are back in the country, and they miss that a lot. So they've decided to visit us whenever possible, but then have that place at home in India and then go back to it, whenever they wanted to.
Yeah, same thing. My father, he's no longer there, but he visited twice, and after a few days, they would get bored because we both go to work, and like you said, they have a very restricted life. They can't walk to the market. In India, the life is more social. People come to visit you every day. And of course, he was also emotionally tied to our agriculture property and farming. So he decided to go back and not to come to US. So I wanted to ask you, you have moved here and you're happy, and hopefully you're happy. And what do you miss about India?
First, let me explain why I'm happy here. When we moved here, we settled down. We found that our children have a group of friends. We also made them friends. And in fact, we used to go picnics together, birthdays, other parties, and so on. So this group became our extended family. And we became a contributory member, because whenever we went to picnic, we shared everything like that. And that extended family is the extended family to us today also. And we are very happy. We never regretted the decision why I have come here.
And then what do you miss about India?
I miss about my old friends and life in Scenic Farm. But in balance, it's much better that we come here. We never regret it.
Any regrets your parents have? I mean, I know they would like to spend more time with the grandkids.
Yes. They don't have regrets about not moving to US, but they definitely are disappointed that they're not able to spend as much time as possible here. They have a maximum of 6 months, and they have to go back and wait a certain period of time before coming back here. They miss the grandkids a lot. But again, I've discussed this with my father, and he brought up some really good points. He does like the medical costs or the medical insurance that he gets in India. He also says that he has my mother's big family that he talks about, that he goes to. He also has a little bit of issues with the food here. They're very, very picky eaters, and they never were completely accustomed to the food that even though I cook at home, here, still not able to get used to the food here. My father has been in the TV media industry for too long, and he has made a lot of friends, and he has always been active, going to places. He definitely misses that. He cannot imagine himself just sitting home, and he loves playing time with the grandkids, but not on a daily basis.
Correct.
But so he was happy. He likes to, have that time off from us, so he can feel good about himself. And then when he comes here, he's definitely dedicated to spend time with us and with the grandkids.
Correct.
And my mother has always been a housewife, so either way, if she's here, she's spending time with me. And I have 2 younger sisters, and they're in the United States and Canada. So she loves that, and when she goes back, she has her brothers and their kids.
Okay.
So
Yeah, these are some of the common themes here from most of the friends I talk to. I know some of the friends, as parents have decided to stay in India, and they visit there very frequently. Some have moved here. And the common themes are the medical cost, the loneliness, and a lot of people actually, in some of the people I know in my family, are very sticky about food. They just somehow never gotten used to of US, the food which is offered, or the taste of it, and that's why they prefer to live in India. I wish and I have to. We have now, even our generation is getting older, the first generation, and we have started thinking about our own retirement. And I'm hoping by the time we retire, there'll be more a retirement community catering to South Asians. I think there are a few open now in New Jersey and Florida, and hopefully we can also have some kind of a comfort feeling. Now, the best. I think people tell me, I've visited Dubai and Oman, that they live in the best of the world. Basically, they live in Dubai, it's neat and clean, a good sort of law and order, but at the same time, they can visit India frequently. So, next question to Mr. Kamal, Colonel Kamal, is what would have been your ideal retirement place or life for you?
Again, as said, to be with children and grandchildren, that is most important, especially as we get older and older and we have more health problems. To be here, because these days, even outlook in India has changed. People are more busy in making money than looking after the parents and grandparents and so on. So here, at least medical facilities are very good and they are reliable. In India, there may be good hospital, good doctors, but the ambulance will reach that point or not. There are cases we have known where the ambulance doesn't reach the hospital even. Whereas here, also another thing I'll say, in United States, what I felt was, this country being immigrant country, there is no discrimination, no pollution, no bribery, no adulteration of food, and people are very law-abiding. They're courteous, helpful. We are very happy with the neighbors and everybody. So I think for us, this is the best place we have to
Good,
be.
very good. I talked about your parents' regrets. What about, do you have any regrets?
Of course I do. I've had this talk with my parents. I tell them, the first few years after I had kids, I know once I get too far into my own life, I won't be able to move back to India if I wanted to be there for them. And when I talked to them, I was very open. I said, Daddy, do you want me to move back to India, or or are you planning on moving to US? And he was very open, and he said, do not move back. For us, you have a much better life there. I'm happy that you're financially stable, much better than what I was at your age, and the kids are getting very good education. And I love the facility that I'm living both lives. I'm coming to you, I'm living with you, and also I'm coming here and living, spending my time here in the country. Now, a few years down the line, once they're not physically unfit, as you mentioned, I don't know if they might change their mind and come here and stay here for their, last few years, but I don't know. For now, they're happy.
So, I definitely, I'll be honest, I have my regrets. Unfortunately, I never got the chance to serve my parents during their old age. My mother died very early, and my father decided to not come here. But I wish I would have spent more time with them. I think I also wish that now I'm since growing older and one day I'll be senior citizen, that my children get to spend more time with us. And so any last minute advice to parents like you, Colonel Kamal?
As I said, that if parents are in India and all the children are away, they should think of, long term. After they get older and older, more health problems. These days you cannot depend upon relatives and friends because they are all very busy. These days they have no time and they are making money and they don't have time to spare to come and help you. So it's the children only whom you can depend upon.
Okay.
So wherever they are.
Last minute comments or to our age group, to what to do with the parents?
Have an open talk with your parents. Don't punish them by bringing them here if they don't want to. At the same time, don't punish yourself if you can go back and live a happy life. So just have an open talk and work out a solution that, of course, every family is different. So just have an open talk.
Well, I'll start wrapping up. Our time is coming to close now. That taking care of parents, I believe, is a noble deed. I think it is a must. And I think the best kind of service or religion. I wish you all more time on your dining table with your family. more reunions, love and peace. And I'll also end with my famous dialogue: life is short, have fun, and don't have any regrets. Thank you and goodbye.